Ladies, welcome back. Thanks for joining me. Today I'm going to do a get ready with me from start to finish, including my foundation, which I usually have already on off camera, but today I'm going to start with a fresh, clean face. I showered and I used my skincare this morning, which consisted of 3 items. One is the Aven toner for sensitive skin. It's called Gentle Toning Lotion, and it has to be shaken, and this is wonderful because it does contain their thermal water. It has a very clean scent, and it's very soothing on irritated skin. And my skin is always irritated. You can see my rosacea. I'm very sensitive, so I love this product, and I highly recommend it. As far as treatment today, I used 2 products from the company Timeless Skincare. They're vitamin C, E, and ferulic acid, and their B5 hydration. And these are rivals to SkinCeuticals' same products at a fraction of the cost, equally if not more effective, at least on my skin. I love these products. I won't be without them. They do wonderful sales a few times a year where you can really save money if you stock up on the products that you use, which is what I do for the face and body. And then one other skincare product I wanted to share with you that I really love is by Donna Karan, and it's the Cashmere Mist deodorant. It's an antiperspirant and deodorant, and I really find it to be effective. And I don't know about you, but if you're like me and you've either gone through menopause or you're going through menopause, I can tell you that with the depletion of hormones, your skin changes, everything changes, the way your body processes everything. And for me, I was having a hard time using deodorants, particularly non-antiperspirant deodorants. So I did a lot of research on this product. I decided to invest in it. It is expensive. I tried it about 2 years ago, and I've been hooked ever since. It is unbelievably effective on my with my body chemistry. And I always buy it on sale at Sephora for their VIB sales, so I save 20% because it is pricey. So let's get started. I'm going to use my IT Cosmetics CC cream. I'm using the shades Fair and Light mixed together over a slightly dampened Miss A beauty sponge. And at first I was touting these Miss A sponges as being a fabulous product. What I've noticed is they do tend to absorb a little bit more product than, say, Morphe or Real Technique sponges. So I have a lot of these. They were only like $1.50 each, so that was a big appeal. But the fact that they're absorbing a lot of product doesn't bode well with me. I might be switching out, so stay tuned on that. But what I'm going to do is I've got the 2 shades on my sponge, and I'm starting in the center of my face, just depositing that color, and now I'm pouncing it, working my way out. And you can see I'm going for not too heavy of a coverage today. I would say somewhere around medium, let's say. I just want to neutralize everything. A nice clean canvas, brighten up my under eye circles. Not so sure why. I feel like I woke up feeling a little run down. I was noticing it last night. I was out late with work, and I think I'm just fighting a little bit of something. So the dark circles are probably from that. So there, I'm actually also diffusing what's left on my sponge down on my throat and over my ears. And that's just so you get a really nice, clean blend. No lines of demarcation anywhere. And then again, I'm going to go over my eyelids to act as a little bit of a base. So it's all blended. It's blended up into my hairline. Things are looking pretty good. I can go back to that after. Right now I'm going to get right into go lightly over the lips because I have very red, naturally pigmented lips. And I find that they're so red that sometimes they kind of counteract whatever lip color I'm wearing. So I like to kind of put a little neutralization on there. That's done. Next I'm going to go right into, why don't we start with a little bit of, let's go with a little bit of contouring. And I think for my contouring today, I am going to go right into an oldie but a goodie, Wet n Wild. This is the Dulce de Leche. It's got a pinkish kind of highlight powder and then a pinkish based sort of cool contour. I'm going to take a contour brush. This just happens to be a concealer blend Kabuki by Sigma. Excuse me, I've got a little, must be fuzz on my nose. I'm going to dip into the contour, tap off the excess, and then just find that hollow that's just right right at the bottom of my cheekbone and just below. And I'm going to draw in a little shadow. Notice I'm not going past the outer corner of my eye. That's where my contour is going to stay, and I'm blending upwards slightly onto that cheekbone. So I get a nice line, a nice shadow, and it kind of blends right into the hairline. See that? Right into where my sideburn would be if I had one. I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. So I can feel the brush actually applying a little bit onto the bottom of my cheekbone and a little bit on the hollow area just below my cheekbone, sort of half and half. And again, not going past the outer corner of my eye. I'm just trying to create a shadow to enhance the shape. Oftentimes, women will bring their contour down too far on the cheek, and it ends up looking very dark, very sunken, not attractive at all, and also oftentimes muddy. So you see I have that. You can see the pink undertone in it. It's a very pretty color. There. Now, I'm not going to worry too much about blending because I'll do more of that later. Now, I'm going to take a clean brush for highlighting, or a clean-ish brush. This one's from Wet n Wild, and I'm just going to go into that pretty light pink color and just go right on the cheekbone, on the top of the cheekbone, over by the outside of the eye and the side of the temple, just to highlight that area, because as we age, our temples can often get a little sunken. So there you go. You can see it's a highlight without any real glitter. I love it. Very natural, but it does its job. It's a functional highlighter without any telltale signs of glitter. I'm also going to apply a little bit of that over each brow, over my lip, and then just under here where I tend to be a little saggy, and then under the cheek to further enhance the shape. See that? Something else I forgot to do, going back with my contour brush, I'm going to run that along my jawline to get more of a cut definition. See that? There you go. Voila. Done. So let's talk about menopause. I'll be 3 years post-menopause in May. And what post-menopause is, it's the time 1 year after not having had a period. So if you're going through menopause and your periods are sporadic, you're not really through. You're not done yet. You may be having other symptoms, hot flashes, sleepless nights, irritability, the whole nine, breaking out, whatever it might be. But until you've gone 1 full year without menstruating, you're not through yet. So I did that. I finished it up very early. I'll be 49 this year, and I'm 3 years post. So I went through menopause at 46. I can tell you that I eat a very clean diet. I don't eat any dairy, any sugar, no alcohol, no soy. I don't eat meat, and that's pretty much it. I stick to fruits, vegetables, a lot of fish, and healthy fats, olive oil, avocado, and that sort of thing. In addition, I do take some adaptogen-based supplements, which are all vegan, one of which being something called Relazin. And I wish I brought it upstairs with me so I could show you. These are a Swedish pollen extract, and they really help with hot flashes, which is probably the #1 symptom of menopause and post-menopause. I don't have any problems with any of those things. I will tell you that if you drink alcohol, from what I've researched, alcohol tends to exacerbate and make your hot flashes worse. That's a personal choice, entirely up to you if you want to drink or not. But for me, given the fact that I have autoimmune and inflammatory problems, I've given up alcohol and red meat and all those sorts of things many years ago just to try to keep my body as healthy and anti-inflammatory as possible. So with that, I think I've been able to manage my menopause symptoms very well. I don't have any of those problems as far as my emotions being out of check. I don't break out really, very rarely. Maybe I might get an occasional pimple. And for years I battled cystic acne. And I really think a lot of the reason why my skin cleared up is because of giving up dairy. So that's something to consider as well, which I would like to pass on to you. But I think there's a lot about menopause we don't hear about. We don't hear about from our doctors. We're not told when we're going through it. So that's been my experience anyway. I remember when the doctor came in, a male doctor came in and told me that I was officially in menopause. He apologized and said he's so sorry. And all I thought, having been through a very serious illness with my autoimmune problems just a couple of years prior, I thought, oh no, what is in store? What are you sorry about? What am I have to brace myself with? Going into Chanel, this is the Soleil Tan de Chanel. It's a bronzer, but I'm going to use it as an eyeshadow, as a crease color. I'm going right in the crease with it. With a fluffy Wet n Wild brush, just creating a little bit of a shadow. I'm in the crease and a little bit on my brow bone. Sorry, I need to walk and talk while I do this, don't I? So anyway, he said nothing. I just thought a lot of women, the doctor told me, a lot of women are depressed when they find out they're no longer, you know, in their fertile years. And I thought, well, I'm past the stage of having children, and I could do without a period. I never welcomed and heralded my period's arrival. So, and all that came with it. So I think being a man and just being really out of touch and being more focused on, frankly, being more focused on his fertile child bearing patience, he just really missed the mark when he made that comment. And it really offended me in a way, because I was understanding where I was coming from with having been so sick, and he knew that as one of my doctors. For him to apologize and sort of brace me for what was coming and making an assumption that I would mourn and grieve my menstrual fertile stage of life is ridiculous. I was just happy to be alive, right, as I am today, grateful to feel as good as I feel. And I think that more women should recognize that. Like, we're so lucky to get through. If you've had children, you've had your babies, they're healthy, hopefully, and raised and grown. You did it, you know? And now to not have a period every month is wonderful. And like I said, I don't have the adverse effects. I'm going to curl my eyelashes while we're talking. This is the Tarte eyelash curler. Life is good, and my skin hasn't dried up and shriveled up. I mean, yes, it's true. When you go through menopause, you do lose your hormones that, you know, your youth hormones that keep your skin really plump. But if you take care of your skin, just like if you take care of your body and your muscles, you can still build healthy muscle mass. That is a myth that you can't once you go through menopause. You are not going to get skinny fat or any of those things. You just have to keep at it. And you don't have to gain weight with menopause. I will say, based on my experience, you do have to pay attention to how you're eating. You're not a kid anymore. Your metabolism is going to be slower. And your body may hold fat in different areas. Like, I notice I gain weight in my belly now. And it doesn't take much. But I also notice I can lose weight very easily when I just focus on maybe cutting out a couple of extra snacks each day. I don't count calories. I haven't counted calories for years. I am in a very good weight zone. Sure, are there things on my body I wish I could improve? Certainly. Who wouldn't want showgirl, you know, rockette legs? I don't have rockette legs. I never will. But guess what? I have legs that are healthy. They get me where I'm going. I can get up, I can go to the gym, make the most of them, and I do. And I think that's all we can do, and that's a lot. So I would encourage you to find out all you can about menopause. What are your options? And then make choices. A word on, now as my base, I'm just going to that pretty pink color in the Wet n Wild Dolce de Leche, and I'm using that as my lid color. And a little bit under my brow, on my brow bone. How pretty is that? Where was I going? Find out what you can. You know, for a lot of people, hormone replacement therapy, you may want to pursue that. I was not a candidate because of my high inflammatory problems. It would put me at a higher risk for heart disease, so I couldn't do that. Find out what you can if that's something you want to do. Be aware that you're only supposed to take them for a window, a certain number of years, and you're supposed to stop at a certain age. But if that's something you want to look into, but again, if for whatever reason you decide to go the more natural route, look into Relazin, like I said. I found that was terrific, and I don't have any hot flash problem. So now my eyes are pretty much done. I'm going to take my L'Oreal stubby little voluminous smoldering eyeliner. This is in the shade brown. I'm going to look off camera into my mirror, and I'm just going to tightline my top lid, flicking out and up just at the edge. And tightline means I'm kind of scrubbing it into my lashes, into the lashes just a little bit. See the difference from right to left? Makes a big difference. Doing the same thing on this side, flicking up at the edge, tight lining all along the lash line into the lashes. And look at that. I'm going to blend it, so don't worry. And I'm going to line the inside corner of my upper lid. Same on the other side. Nice. And now I am going to just quickly line my waterline so you don't see the gap. And it's done. Now I'm going to get a little bit of my Laura Mercier smudge pencil brush, and I'm just going to rub that a little bit, blend it in. And there we go. Soften it a little bit. Bring it down just a little bit to kind of encapsulate that outer part of my eye. No harsh lines. This side looks a little bit harsher, but I think that's also the angle of the camera. Let's see. Yep. Now I'm going to get my Estee Lauder Sumptuous Knockout Mascara, if I can find it, and apply some quick mascara. I really get it at the root, at the base where my lashes are growing out. Get it on there. My eyelashes are really long right now because I'm using my eyelash growth serum. I use Care Prost. I get it from reliablepharmacy.com. You can order directly from India. I also get my Retin A from there. Very inexpensive. It's legitimate. Good quality. Everything is real. No hoax. Nothing substellar. And again, it saves me a lot of money. Anyway, my lashes are nice and long right now and pretty even from eye to eye. They will cycle and start to fall out, as all lashes do when you're using a growth serum, because how growth serums work is they extend the life of your lash in your skin before it falls out, before it sheds. And because it's extending that, it ends up being much longer. So now I'm just trying to find my eyebrow pencil, which I can't find, so I'm going to take this brush. This is a Sigma tapered blending. I'm going to go right into, for a really quick alternative, I'm going to go right back into my Dolce de Leche, and I'm just going to quickly thicken up my brows. It's not going to be precise. Just a little bit to get the job done. You can see it filled in a little bit. Go on the other side. It's actually lighter, much lighter than my own natural brow color. But I'm going to go over it with a little eyebrow gel. Get a little bit more right here. There. Now I'm going to take this eye gel, Brow Stylist Plumper by L'Oreal, and just kind of comb that into my brows. Remember, your eyebrows are always sisters, never twins. They don't have to be exact. If you like a thick, perfected Instagram brow look, be my guest. My only watch out with that, my only advice to you is, if you're doing an Instagram really severe brow, you want to make sure that your makeup balances. You don't want it to look weird, especially a woman of a certain age. You don't want it to look like weird on one side versus the other. All right, that's done. How about a little bit of blush? I think for today, I'm going to brighten things up a bit with Natural Glow by Physicians Formula. I love this color. It's really soft and pretty. It's peachy and it's got a little glow to it. Not really a full-on highlight, but something in between a highlight and kind of like a finishing powder with a little bit of that peachy pink. And I'm going on the high part of my cheekbones and out to the apples and really kind of buffing it in so you get that nice glow. See, it's very subtle. I love this. I use it almost all spring and summer long. But today I feel like with all the rain we've had, I'm just going to brighten things up a little. Temples, top of my forehead, down here. See, if you smile, it won't see the apples. You can see where you want to put it. There. Now, I'm going to take my Wet n Wild 666 lip liner and do a quick line. Just to give my lips some shape. Just coloring them in very haphazardly. And I'm going to choose my, what will I choose? Let's do something pretty here. L'Oreal 115 is the shade number, Infallible 8-Hour Gloss. Really pretty. Kind of a bright, your lips but better. And there we go. Now I could set this with a little bit of powder throughout, and I think I will. And today I'm going to use my Ambient Glow. This is Dim Light Ambient, with a nice fluffy powder brush. And this will give a very, see that? It gives a glow to the face. As it sets, really makes your skin look healthy and alive, and it's, you can't really build it up. There's no telltale powder. It's just a really good powder. And that's it. So I haven't done anything with my hair. Probably, no, I think I might wear it back today. But there's my finished look. There you go. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.